And today we'll be looking into something that has to do more with research. We'll be talking more about research in this particular discussion. I decided to talk about this because most of the time now, this wasn't an issue before, but most of the time now, when you discuss with some of our people, as Igbo people, and you are talking about Igbo history, they will tell you, "Oh, Igbo history goes." Somebody has actually told me Igbo history goes as far back as 500,000 years ago. I was shocked by that statement. I couldn't believe that somebody would make such a ridiculous claim. But I actually asked him because I'm very open-minded. I asked, okay, provide the reference for that claim. And he showed me one write-up from one Facebook group or Facebook blog. That was his evidence to prove that Igbo people are 500,000 years old. It was very ridiculous, but I just took it as a one-off something until I started to see more and more comments like that. Please, let us not embarrass ourselves. I noticed that this issue came about because of some of these emergency blogs on Facebook. That is one. Secondly, I noticed that it came about because people do not understand archaeological information when they read it online. They don't understand archaeological information. I don't blame them because archaeology is not something that is well developed in Nigeria. People don't actually know how complex archaeology is. So I've also discussed with somebody. He told me there was an excavation at Ugwele at Uturu, and he showed that there have been people living in the area for 250,000 years, blah blah blah. Please try to understand the archaeological information. Archaeology will never tell you it was Igbo people that were living there that far back. You are the ones who made that conclusion that it was Igbo people. No science institute will ever tell you that Igbo people were living in Ugwele that far back. Archaeology doesn't know the people on those sites. They only know that these are the dates that these things were made. That is all. And because they are scientists, they don't make speculation. They don't give a speculative claim. They will tell you, we only know there were people there. And those people are part of what you call the prehistoric age. The prehistoric age has to do with the time that is unknown to most of science, especially human societies as of then. It's mostly unknown. The workings of the societies, the civilization, the races involved are not usually known in the prehistoric age. Please, that an excavation was done at Ugwele, at Uturu, does not make it the oldest Igbo people, because he was trying to tell me that the Uturu people are the oldest Igbo people because they saw some artifacts there dating to 250,000 years ago. Please, let's not make outlandish claims. The archaeology you are trying to reference, you don't understand it, and that's why you are referencing it wrongly. Modern human society started only about 3,000 years and downwards. That is modern human society. The prehistoric age was that 3,500, 4,000 years ago is prehistoric. Science does not know exactly how those societies worked. They don't even know the races of people that were involved. So please, Igbo people have no connection. Our history has no connection with such prehistoric dates. Please do away with it. 250,000 years, 500,000 years. Stop that. You're making a very big error. I've had people tell me also that there's been smelting sites that has been found in Igbo land that date back to about 3,700 years, 4,000 years ago. It was Igbo people that were on the site. Please, no archaeological institute has ever said it was Igbo people on that site, because that site falls into the prehistoric era. No archaeological institute ever said that Igbo people were on Lejja site. Unfortunately, because I would say that our standard of education is poor here, a lecturer can actually come out and claim that it was Igbo people on that site. That is wrong. And so some other people continue to carry that claim, and sometimes when you discuss with some of our young people, they will tell you, oh, there's been some sites. They carry it because they're using it to do what you call online banter. They're using it to banter the other ethnic groups. Oh, we are 4,000 years. Please, well, you can do your banter. I won't tell you anything on that. But please, within our circle, don't bring up those claims. Those are outlandish claims. When you want to reference archaeology, please know how to reference archaeology properly. There's a modern era, there's the prehistoric era. The prehistoric, most of what is known, most of the prehistoric era is unknown. They don't know the races involved. They don't know how those things were even done. But because you don't understand archaeology, you reference it and say, oh, Igbo people. Please, it was not Igbo people that did Lejja site. Please. There is no record of Igbo people having anything to do with Lejja. It's a wrong claim. Please, I asked a question earlier. It was because of this video I asked a question earlier. How old do you think Igbo people are on their current space? You know, which I got a fantastic answer. I found somebody who knows exactly. Igbo people are not much older than 1,500 years. The good thing is that even that 1,500 years, a lot of other tribes came and met us here. We happen to be the earliest people around this area, but not going back as far back as 3,500, 4,000 years ago. That is wrong. Igbo people are not older than 1,500 years old, and it is not a claim of mouth. It is what archaeology has also revealed to us. Archaeologists have gone, they've dug around some sites and brought out things that we know Igbo people made. Our artworks are one of the best in the world. Artworks that were excavated from Igbo land. They were swords that were excavated from Igbo land. Sword, I don't mean umoge, you know, like machete. I mean swords excavated. A lot of items, fantastic items, which later I will share the pictures of. I've been looking for the book by Tostan Shaw, you know, excavations at Igbo. I've been looking for it. I will not be able to get it online. I don't know if anybody can give me that book physically. I would like to go through it. The things that were found were spectacular. And it is in the modern era. It is something that science knows it was Igbo people who made those things. You know, of which the descendants of those people are still there today. It's just that most of that art and craft has been abandoned due to mismanagement. A lot of people have abandoned those things, but the descendants of those people are still there. If they can go back into it today, they will start to produce it again. Fantastic artworks. Those are the verified information about Igbo people, and it doesn't go beyond 1,500 years at the very earliest. Let us stop making outlandish claims, and if you know someone who does that, please advise them not to do that, because what you are claiming, some of these dates you are claiming, are not connected with Igbo people. No archaeological institute will tell you it was Igbo people. Let us stop doing that. It works against us. I know the damages of misinformation, so let us correct ourselves. You know, we are beautiful people. You don't need to claim, you don't need to make an outlandish claim to booster your confidence. All right, we'll leave it at that.
Oh, that is so, Prof. From the research we made here, can you say one or two things about the research here?
Well, as I said inside there, it's a research worth doing. By coming to Lejja, do Noka Lejja, we are not studying only the technological aspect of the people of Lejja, in particular, not only that of Onsoka, not that only that of Nigeria. We are discussing Africa in general. And from what we've seen here, Do Noka, Otobugu Do Noka in Lejja plays both socioeconomic and political role to the people. From what you can see here, prior to the coming of the white men, all these cylindrical slabs found here are evidences, the relics we have to show the technological ingenuity of our forefathers. As at the moment, there is a puzzle which has not been unresolved. The current people we have here, to be frank, are ignorance of what they are or what they've given some mystical values to. Those cylindrical slabs were there even before all of them were born, and they were even their forefathers, to my own understanding as an archaeologist. When looking at the environment of this place, you will see that the whole of this area is surrounded. They are in the valley. And the source of the iron ore, which they must have, the people, whomever, nobody knows actually, as a result of human evolution, migrations, and the rest of them, settlements, nobody can say actually which people did this. from their recent findings, we discovered that this site has been dated. But the problem as at the moment is which people did this smelting here. It is still a question, an unraveled question. The traces continues, academics knowledge continues until eventually when some people will come up as what we are doing now to know actually which people did this smelting. No, actually. The problem we are having is that most of our research and the rest of them are not being recorded and are not being published. As we publish, more researchers will be coming out. Those coming after us will be reading, and they have to go deep. Those areas we don't touch, they will help us touch it and unravel that question as to who, when, and why this smelting was done here and what brought about all these cylindrical iron slugs. Thank you very much. I wish you people luck. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.